Hey Quench crew, are you military, are you a veteran, or do you know somebody who is or was? Then this is the video for you, because residency in another country, specifically Panama, might just be a few months away. Hi, I'm Lynn.
Hi, I'm Jace.
And welcome to our channel,
Gen X Quench,
where we talk about working on your what's next right now. And today we're talking about residency in another country through Panama's Pensionado program. And especially listen up if you're military and a veteran and are receiving a check, because it just may be something that you have just arm's length away and didn't even know it. You know, over the last, week or two, Jace and I have had conversations with people, actually Jace, with like three people.
One in the Marines, one in the Army. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Who are getting government military benefits and had no clue about Panama's Pensionado program. And so that sparked the idea for us, because there may be others, to go a little bit deeper into Panama's Pensionado program and why you as military or vet or someone receiving VA benefits may be already halfway down the road to qualifying. So Jace, what is this Pensionado program?
Great question, Lynn. So Pensionado program is a retirement visa program in Panama, in the country of Panama, that if you receive $1,000 a month or more, you are eligible for. And the great thing about this program is, if you don't want to necessarily live there right away, maybe you got things to do here in the States or your home country, then you don't have to, but you can get it. You qualify for it now. So again, what is it? We talked about what it was. There are a few eligibility basics you want to be aware of, though. You need to be 18 years or older. So that's the first thing, the age requirement. You're going to have a lifetime pension or VA payment, disability. It has to be $1,000 a month or $750 a month with $100,000 or more property owned in Panama. You can also add a dependent for $250. So dependent would be your spouse or a minor child. So if you had, let's say, a wife and a child, so that would be, you got your $1,000 you need another $250 plus $250, so $1,500 in that particular example. And that's really what it requires. Right,
that's the Pensionado program.
Yep.
So the other thing is why veterans may qualify. So if you have a military pension, which I believe that you can retire after 20 years of service, then you may qualify. If you have VA disability payments for life, this is also, let's qualify that these payments have to be for life. If you are on disability through the VA, then you may qualify. There's actually also some survivor benefits or spousal benefits that may qualify as well if you are getting checks as a survivor or a spouse. As long as it's guaranteed for life, that is the key thing. A monthly payment from a recognized institution, so the government, or for the people that are non-military, if you do have a corporate or some type of job, type of pension or annuity, that's why it qualifies a lot of people. But specifically for people that are military, you may not know that you may be qualifying for this Panama's Pensionado program, and you're already in the zone.
Yeah, and another great thing is it only takes 3 to 6 months to get this. So in the world of visas, that's pretty darn quick. So again, don't delay, start today if you're interested.
Yeah, so that documentation and the process for it, jump in.
So documentation, you're going to need a passport, a clean police record for the last 5 years, and a medical exam in Panama. You're going to also need a pension verification letter. Veterans can get this from the DFAS or the VA. They would have that. It must be apostilled and often notarized. You're also going to need your documents translated into Spanish as required by the government. You're going to have to apply through a Panamanian immigration lawyer. We've done a video with a Panamanian immigration lawyer, so if you're interested, check out that video, Giovanna Bernal. And also, if you have an annuity, timeline, 3 to 6 months again. Pretty quick in the world of visas.
Yeah, sometimes it could take longer,
Yeah.
probably not shorter, but allow for that. And I think most of that has to be done. You can gather all the materials, but talk to the immigration attorney, but it will require a trip to Panama to do all of that at the immigration office.
And one more thing, if you have to get something apostilled, you're also going to need to send that to the Panama consulate here in the U.S. if you're a U.S. citizen. Make sure you send that in, they send it back to you. And then when you go to meet with your immigration attorney in Panama, you will send all of that stuff ahead of time so they can enter it in immigration for you.
Right. So the Panama Pensionado program, why it's attractive. And, you know, one of the benefits about it is also it's really about the guaranteed monthly income for life. Yep. So you have to be 18 or older. So it's not necessarily tied to a retirement age of 62 or 65 or 67 or 70. So that, you know, if you're in your 40s, your 50s, or your 60s, you definitely, and you've got that monthly income from life through military benefits, VA benefits, or through a pension or annuity, then you can qualify. What does it get you? Immediate permanent residency. So after that 3 to 6 months, you have the permanent residency. A lot of programs, even Panama, Mexico, other places, there's temporary residency, there's waiting periods of years and renewals and things like that. Nope, boom, you've got permanent residency. The discounts and the perks, money, 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 as Jice likes to say. 25% off of utilities, restaurants, and transportation, meaning airlines, so flights. So if we're talking about living in Panama and having to travel back to America or other places, can you imagine 25% off of your airline ticket, 50% off of entertainment, 15 to 20% off of medicines, healthcare is cheaper. There are also import duty exemptions, $10,000 household goods once, so bringing in $10,000 worth of household goods, boom, and a car every 2 years duty free. There's also no tax on foreign retirement income. Jice, I know you know about that. There's a name for it. What is that?
Yeah, what is it called? Gosh.
Oops, sorry.
Location, what is it called? I think it's called something like location taxes. So basically wherever you earned your income is taxed there. So in terms of U.S., if you're getting Social Security, that's a U.S. based income, or if you had a job for some reason based in the U.S., it's only going to be taxed by U.S., not territorial tax. That's a territorial tax system. So yes, you're not going to be taxed.
Right. So no tax on that. Affordable health care and a lifestyle compared to the U.S. We have talked about that many times as far as Panama. And it's also flexible. So you don't have to live in Panama full time. As long as you visit every year or two to maintain that residency, but it doesn't require any time that you have to spend in the country. So the Panama Pensionado program, especially those perks and those discounts, that is like, I don't think there's anywhere, you know, that's really like coming close to that as far as being a retiree friendly residency program and path to residency. So that's definitely one of the reasons why it is so attractive.
Yep. So who else would qualify for the pensionado? You've got government retirees, so that's federal as well as state employees. They get their pension, hey, they can go. Private company pension, so if you work for a Fortune 500 company, they still got a pension program. If you get that for life, again, you would qualify. You would just need to get a formal notarized letter from the pension company saying that you get that for life. Social Security payment, so if you're on Social Security, you're getting at least $1,000 a month, you qualify. And anyone with a lifetime annuity, so let's say you don't have a pension but you got money saved up, I'm going to say approximately, directionally, if you have about $225,000 that you can invest for an annuity, that will get you there. The company will issue a letter and then that will go toward proof and verification.
Right, and that total sum is dependent on your age and how much time.
Yes,
so
true.
definitely consult with a financial advisor or your bank or someone if you're going to put a lump sum into an annuity.
Yeah, we're not financial experts.
Right,
and
we're
I
not
was thinking
giving
the
the
example
advice.
I gave is about my age, which is that
Mid-50s, right, but it also is dependent on the rates and all of that type of thing, so we don't want you to go and say that you need X amount of dollars.
You're not the experts.
We'll give that amount, so definitely consult, but that is sort of a ballpark to get you started as far as what is a lump sum that you could turn over into an annuity and still have that guaranteed income for life. So we just wanted to take this time to really dig a little bit deeper into Panama's Pensionado program, and especially sort of focus this one toward military, especially in light of the conversations that we had where we had people that were receiving disability payments or people that were retired from the military, to let you know that if you haven't considered life abroad, that maybe take a closer look at the Panama Pensionado program, because it is definitely within reach. It is something that you can start that process tomorrow or heck, today, if that is something that you're interested in. And it is one of the easiest ways to have path to residency in another country.
And sharing is caring. So again, we're trying to share information with you as we learn it. And you know, it was interesting seeing the look on both of those veterans' faces when I told them, you know, you could get residency in Panama, and their eyes got really big. Like, how? Tell me more. And literally within 10 minutes, you could see the wheels spinning in both of these veterans' eyes. Like, oh man, I'm gonna have to look into this. So
Right, and especially being married, the spouse, as far as like, because they were like, okay, for an extra $250, you can bring your spouse along. So as long as the payment was, you know, from $1,000 to $1,250, and he was like, yeah, it is, that could work. So these things could be closer than you think. And so, as Jai said, sharing is caring. Let this know if you're not military, but you know people that are. Please share this video with them. Drop in the comments. Let's have the conversation. Are you a part of the Pensionado program? Did you get in through your military benefits? Is this something that you didn't know, but now that you do and you're going to sort of inquire about it? Or if you're not military, but Panama's Pensionado is on your radar, let's talk about it. Drop it in the comments. Would love to continue the conversation there.
And one more thing. Panama is an international hub for Latin America. So Lynn talked about the travel discounts. Well, they've got Copa Airlines that flies all over South America, and you can get those tickets dirt cheap from Panama, and you add in your discount too. Now you're a continent away. Now you're going to other places, visiting other places in your retirement life, exposing yourself to countries you may have never been to. So take advantage of it.
Right. It opens up a whole new world, and especially because we're all about trying to make those retirement dollars go further, then Panama is definitely a place to consider in that Pensionado program. So, Quench Crew, thank you as always. Hope you like this video. Please like, please share, and definitely subscribe. We do appreciate your support as we continue to share the information that we have and grow this channel. And so with that, anything else?
Until next time, Quench Crew.
Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.